I do.
You love me.
Of course.
You're not born.
No.
There's something wrong with me.
There's something wrong with me, too.
Hello, I'm Thomas Carruthers,
I'm Will Leggetter.
and this is the definition of an emergency podcast role. Well, do you remember? I've told you about Deepwater for many years now. I think we were talking about this during the lockdown sessions, as I like to call them.
Yeah.
I love erotic thrillers. I just adore them. What's your favorite
Sleeping with the
erotic?
Enemy?
Sleeping with the enemy. Sleeping with the enemy is not erotic.
Starts off quite erotic.
No, it starts off
Yeah.
horrible.
It does. It's nice beach house.
Lovely beach house.
Yeah.
You know that's a fake beach house. Like it
Is
couldn't. It was completely built by the set.
Wow.
Not by the set. By the set
Oh.
itself. The set's come
It builds
alive.
itself.
Mr. McGorry, I was wondering for him.
Oh, what a film! I love it.
Magorium. Do you like Basic Instinct, Will? Do you like Fatal Attraction?
Yes,
do you like?
yes, I do.
Yeah, I
Um,
love erotic thrillers.
Obviously, I like
Gone Girl.
Indecent Proposal.
Indecent Proposal. Yes, yes.
Gone Girl, great. Oh,
Will, what links Indecent Proposal, Fate, and Fatal Attraction?
It's
And Flashdance, and Unfaithful, and
I was gonna say
Jacob's
Rob
Ladder.
Redford.
No, and 9.5 Weeks. It's the director, Adrian Lyne, who has returned to the movies after, I think it's 15 years or something, to direct his first film in 15 years. And he has made another wonderful erotic thriller.
Made another 90s erotic.
He's made yes. And this movie is Deepwater. Well, obviously this was on, and then, right, so let's talk about the history of Deepwater. Well, I mean, obviously it's a book by Patricia Highsmith. Are you a Patricia? You haven't seen Talented Mr. Ripley, Will, have you?
No.
Have you seen Carol?
No.
Have you seen The Two Faces of January?
No.
Have you seen? I don't know. But anyway, she writes these wonderful thrillers. She's one of my favorite writers ever. And they're always these deeply perverted, sexually impotent men, and or they're closeted, but they're usually murderous, and they're usually these wonderful psychological pieces. And Deepwater is such a novel. The basic plot line is, well, we'll talk about it later. But the original novel it's set in the 50s, and it's this man who lets his sexually promiscuous wife fuck whoever she wants so that they can avoid getting a messy divorce, because it's the 50s.
See, that makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense, yes.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of that.
Why is he still?
Why on earth is he still with her? Why is he asking for a divorce after an hour 20 after he's killed 3 people? And so they made that movie into a French movie, with Isabelle Huppert, which I haven't seen. But then we get the news that Adrian Lyne is returning to film, and he's directing this erotic thriller called Deepwater. And it's going to star Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas. And we're going, oh my God, this is going to be brilliant. You know, this is we've seen Ana de Armas be sexy before. Did you ever watch Knock Knock?
No.
Not great movie at all.
No.
But she plays sexy in that. I mean, she plays sexy in everything. She's an incredibly attractive woman. And I was thinking, oh, Ana de Armas needs a Basic Instinct movie. She needs to be sexy, killer, putting everybody in their place. I own the entire chessboard and I'm just moving and fucking whoever I want. She needs this movie. And then we finally get it with Deep Water. Then there's the interesting element of Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas starting a relationship. And so it's another one of those movies. And you're like, oh, this is going to be so hot. This is going to be great. This started a relationship. Then it's COVID. And so the movie keeps getting bumped. Oh, this chair. And the movie keeps getting bumped. Goddamn fucking chair. The movie keeps getting bumped to the extent that the film is entirely bumped until last week. And Ana de Armas and Ben Affleck have now split up. And Ben is famously back with J-Lo.
Oh, were they together?
Jennifer Lopez?
No, Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas.
Yes.
Oh.
Did you know this? Yeah, they were together all through lockdown, I believe.
Oh, wow. And during the making of this film?
Well, they started dating during the making of this film.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it's those erotic. This is the thrill of an erotic thriller. It's and now they're split up again. And I haven't seen them do one interview on this. Obviously, no red carpet because this is a straight to Amazon Prime movie. There's no red carpet, so there has been nothing of them actually together, which is quite disappointing. Because I was looking forward to a very awkward series of interviews, but we've never got them. But anyway, where should we start here? I watched it straight away that Friday morning. I've been waiting for this for years. I was like, oh yes, Deep Water. And then the first 20 minutes was on, and I was like, they've done it. This isn't great, but this is really fun and sexy and dark, and this is brilliant. And I would say it is funny and sexy and dark for the first hour. I think the first hour is really good.
Yeah, and then it becomes a farce.
And then it becomes absolutely ridiculous. I literally think the moment Jacob Elordi kills Jacob Elordi, we are just not downhill. We're uphill in other ways, but we are tying on, and we are just riding.
And then I tried to get a cookie.
And then I burnt my hands. Cookie. The most outrageous alibi I've ever heard in my life. I burnt my hand on a steel tray. Look, yeah. Where do you want to start, Will? I've made real notes so we can do the normal show formula. But this is literally an emergency podcast. I thought this was going to be one of those movies where you'd be like, why did you watch this? Because you love Ana de Armas and Ben Affleck so much.
Yeah.
I know. And literally, you called me. I'd gotten out of the shower. And I was like, oh, no, I tell a lie. The girl I'm seeing was in my bed, and I was writing early in the morning, and I've got this setup here where we're in the same room, and literally you called me, and you were like, I watched Deep Water, and I had to whisper quotes to you, specifically Tracy like final 10-minute scene quotes.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I can't talk right now. I felt like Ana de Armas. I cannot talk right now. I'm sorry. There's somebody else in my bed. Oh, but I was like, this has to be an emergency podcast. This needs to be an emergency podcast. And here we are. What was your first reaction, Will, to Deep Water?
Astonishing.
What was the first reaction to the first hour?
First hour was great. I say I was hooked at that first party where she disappears off with the friend, and then he's making a drink, and he goes, "Do you remember whatever his name?
Martin McRae."
I killed him.
Yeah, I killed him.
It's like, is this a threat? And then the best line ever. Do you feel threatened?
That's not the best line ever. I have a better line in that exact scene.
Is it?
This is from Joel Dash, and yes, I know everybody's full names. Joel Dash. I want to say you're a brick for how nice you are for letting me see your wife. What does brick mean? This is another thing. Adrian Lyne is making a 90s thriller. However, this script is written by Zach Helm and Sam Levinson, the Euphoria guys. And so it's like this weird combination of 90s erotic thriller and, ooh, it's Euphoria, it's modern, it's sexy, it's edgy. Do you think the balance works?
No.
Let's start as we normally do, 10-minute stretch. The first party, as you say.
Yeah.
The wonderful
the first party.
washing his hands.
Yeah.
Is that hand sanitizer?
He's just like moping around the party.
Yeah, his friend keeps coming up to him. Yeah, she's definitely seeing somebody. I don't know. And he's just like, maybe your concerns are not my concerns. Is Ben Affleck miscast in this? Can we believe Ben Affleck as an impotent? Or do you, because he has such a sexuality and charisma about him he's great. It's so weird to see him be sort of like cooked. Or is that brilliant, weird casting?
I think it's great casting.
Because I think the very easy move is to cast Tracy Letts in the role of Vic. That is the easy move.
Yeah.
But this is so much weirder.
No, I think they cast Tracy very well.
They cast Tracy Letts very well.
That's our favourite.
Our favourite. Have you seen Lady Bird or Little Women?
No.
Or I'm trying to think of other Tracy Letts things. Did you watch the second series of The Sinner?
No.
I'm trying to think of other Tracy Letts things. He famously played George on Broadway. He's famously a writer. I tell you what, you do know Tracy Letts because he's the playwright of August Osage County. So he's best known.
Didn't enjoy that film.
No, you didn't. He's best known as a playwright. However, does act from time to time, sometimes in his own plays. Currently on Broadway in one of his own plays, actually. Armie Hammer was supposed to be in it, but who have they swapped him for? They swapped him for somebody else. I can't remember who. It's called The Minutes. Yes, the whole Martin McRae also saw a lot of my wife. Okay, yeah, okay, dude. Okay. What do you think of Joel Dash, the jock?
Oh, he's great. He's a bit of an arse.
He's a bit of an airhead, isn't he?
Oh my god.
Basically, the undercurrent arc of the thing is that guy by guy, Melinda is slowly getting, like, the reason that Tony angers him so much is because he's the most like him, isn't he? He is smart and intelligent, and they have a good banter together. It's not just sex. That's why Tony angers him so much. Yeah. Tony being Finn Wittrock's character. But also he's killed all four of them. So there's no like big difference. He's killed all four. The only reason that one has more of a weight is because it's the final one.
At what point did you go, oh, he actually did kill Martin?
Well, this is one of my changes. I think they bumble those weird flashbacks. I don't know why it felt so weird.
He's riding his bike.
When he's riding his bike. And then it flashbacks to Jacob Elordi taking Anna de Armas from behind in the car, and you're thinking, oh, it's like in Eyes Wide Shut when Tom Cruise imagines Nicole having sex with the sailor. It's like, okay, this is it, is this mind, and it's tearing him apart that, oh, he's having sex with this woman. But then you also show the drowning flashbacks, and you're like, are these flashbacks or is this a fantasy? So
yeah, is he fantasizing about drowning him?
So I think there is a world where they think that this film, that you only find out that he's a killer when we see him kill Finn Wittrock. He kills Finn Wittrock with rock.
Does he say something when he throws it at him? He said something.
Okay. Then we have okay, so yeah, 10-minute stretch. Then we have Joel Dash, the jock, being invited over for dinner. Incredible 10-minute stretch. Opening with him at the door. It's just me. Why is that weird? I'm just fucking with you. You noticed this. This was one of the first things you told me about, was moments where suddenly Ben Affleck forgets how to act. Obviously, there's a huge one later, which we're not even going to touch on for a while. But this is another one where he's just like, ha ha ha, I'm kidding. I'm fucking with you. Come on in. And then he starts deploying his daughter. I loved the daughter in this. Talk about best supporting actress.
Yeah.
After credit scene. Did you stay for the after credit scene, Will?
No.
It's an unedited version of her singing "You Make Me Feel Like Dancing," which is
yeah, I did when she's in the back of the car. Yeah, I did stay for
that. And then weirdly, she goes, "Have you heard about the Avengers Initiative?" And which was a. Do you not remember the first ever Iron Man after credit scene? Well, Nick Fury. I'm here to talk about the Avengers Initiative. Would a better joke have been the little girl finishes singing, "You Make Me Feel Like Dancing," and then goes, "Fine, I'll do it myself." Would that have been a better?
Yeah.
Then we have let's keep talking about the Joel Jock dinner.
Let's do it.
The lobster bisque.
The lobster bisque.
I'm actually allergic to shellfish. And this is like the first sort of George and Martha style dinner that we get. I took her to the best restaurant in town, and she ordered mac and cheese. It's like she was ashamed. It was like he was ashamed of me. No, I just realized you were ordering off the children's menu to save room for alcohol. Just an outrageous, out of the blue line, leading to her then going, "Victor never drinks," and then this is another moment where he doesn't know how to act. I drink sometimes. I'm not being rude. I made lobster bisque. What is your favorite dish in this movie, Will?
Oh, the lobster bisque is good.
Do you like lobster bisque?
The cookies look good. I do like a lobster bisque. Yeah.
I think it's time for this, Will. I've made a quiz. This is called "Which Deepwater Character Are You?" Okay. Well, what sort of drink? What is your favorite drink? Is it vodka rocks, white wine, water, beer, or bourbon?
Bourbon.
Okay. Well, what's your favorite dish? Lobster bisque, mac and cheese, a chicken dinner, salad, or snails? A couple of dozen.
The snails not pretty.
A couple of dozen. The snails not pretty. Let's say a couple of dozen snails. What is your favorite dish to eat, Will?
What was the chicken?
Chicken dinner. It's when he goes and interrupts Don Wilson's dinner.
Yeah, you can't just come in here.
Did you hire a man named Don Rigigliani? I have my wife's bank account. Okay. Are you going for chicken dinner?
Cheese.
Oh, mac and cheese. Okay. Will, what's your favorite hobby? Animals, sex, writing, the piano, or architecture?
Oh yeah, we haven't. There's an architecture. I'm going to say piano.
Piano,
because architecture is no longer a hobby.
What's your favorite date? An intellectual conversation, hardcore sex, read a draft of your book, go for a drive in your car, or dancing?
An intellectual conversation.
Okay.
Hey, I'll just drive you there.
Just drive you. What's your favorite book, Will? The Killer Inside Me, Lady Chatterley's Lover, The Don Wilson Chronicles, Piano for Dummies, or The Fountainhead?
I'll say Lady Chatterley's Lover.
What's your favorite porn title, Will? Husband watches wife get fucked, 4 ripped hunks, The Don Wilson Chronicles. Sorry, I couldn't resist. A sexy pianist in car, or architect eats snails?
The last one sounds
Architect eats snails. Will, You're both a Melinda Vick Van Allen type and a Tony Cameron. There we go. That was which Deepwater character are you? I did Google to see if somebody might have already made one, but they haven't, which is quite disappointing. Back to the episode. Then there's the summer party with the Dancing with Kelly.
Yes, yeah. I didn't know he could dance.
I didn't know he could dance. Stop making fun of him. Which then leads into the blowjob bite. Do you think she would be a better fuck than me? Do you want to fuck Kelly? Ow, ow, you're going to get us killed. And then into them, just hard cut to them just having sex in this
Eat
neon.
my ass.
Eat my ass. Kiss my ass, Will. Kiss my ass. It's you kiss my ass. You kiss my ass. In this Euphoria neon room. Have you ever watched Euphoria, Will?
No.
My current running joke with close friends is that Euphoria is my new favorite show. And so I will message people, go, sorry, I didn't see this. I was rewatching Maddie and Cassie fight in Lexi's play. It's my new running joke. Jacob Elordi party, of course, leading to the drowning, but starts off with Melinda parading him around. He's teaching me lessons and he's going to play the piano. Oh. And Don watching. Don wants to have sex with Melinda, doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
That's
and then he's like stood there and she notices him and then she like backs up against him.
She backs up against him and starts giving him a handy.
Yeah.
Nobody sees this. Nobody. Stop. Shh, Charlie's playing. Again, this is the thing. The first hour of this movie, I'm so in.
It's great.
And then it goes off the rails. Or should I say, goes off a cliff. And then the final 10-minute stretch is, of course, the Tracy Letts Academy Award for your consideration. What would Tracy Letts' Oscar clip be for this movie?
Goddamn autocorrect.
Goddamn fucking autocorrect. I was goddamn fucking autocorrect. And then
I've lost it. You're not gonna catch me.
You're not gonna catch. I've got it here.
You got it.
Fuck you, you fucking psycho. You're going to jail. Come get me now, you piece of shit. You're gonna catch me on your bike, you motherfucker. Kelly, you are not gonna believe this. This is a book. Absolutely, legitimately one of the funniest things I've seen in a very long time. And let's not sleep on him finding Ben Affleck. Talk about Ben Affleck forgetting how to speak.
It's just so he's like, it's quite intense. He's like stressed. He's cycled all the way. He's poking them. What are you doing with that stick? And then he goes, oh,
nothing.
Hello.
Nothing
to see. I'm just. How are you?
Yeah. How's Kelly? Literally, his voice starts breaking. How's Kelly?
It's not the same man.
Melinda left her scarf. It's here. Why is Don there? Why is Don?
Yeah, why is Don there?
Why has Melinda sent Don after him?
Do you think Melinda knows he's in there?
Well, she says later, I saw Tony. That's the end of this movie. I saw Tony. As if that means absolutely anything to anybody. And as if, so let's talk about the original ending of the novel, because it's not this. So Deepwater. Again, let's talk about the fact how obviously it works so much better that it's the 50s and that they don't want to get divorced. Whereas in this, it's just like, I love her. So, yeah, the small town of Little Wesley. Where do the changes start? The changes start, the death in the pool is attributed to a cramp. Don't know about that. We never really find out what. Yeah, particularly Don Wilson, a local pulp writer, begins to idly suspect him of foul play. Yeah, an investigation is opened into Tony's sudden appearance. Where are we? Yeah. So the big changes start. Melinda finally implements a plan to bring Vic and Don to the quarry at the same time, where Don finds bloodstains and Vic checks the water to ensure Tony's body has not resurfaced. So yeah, it was Melinda's plan. Vic knows, as the two of them leave, that Don will be going directly to the police. Vic returns home and in a sudden rage strangles Melinda to death. At that moment, Don arrives with the policeman and Vic is led away. What ending works best?
I saw Donnie.
I saw Tony.
I like the film ending, actually. I like that they get away with it.
Yeah, I like the Virginia Woolf. Oh, we're
Yeah.
so fucked up. We deserve each other. That it's Gone Girl, but done badly. It basically is this movie. You know, oh, we're so fucked up. We deserve each other. That sort of thing. I like. We know that I like those sort of endings. We've just recorded 2.5 hours of me talking about follies and everybody's so miserable. No, you're right. I think this works better. And also, I just think from a 2022 lens, they don't want, because Ana de Armas is just so wonderful in this. She has received a Thomas Carruthers 2022 Academy Awards nomination for Best Actress.
Really?
I think she's genuinely really good.
Also, let's take a second to say how good my predictions were. I haven't checked I haven't looked back at my balance sheet, but I did quite well.
You got 14. Yes, you came second. For the real Oscars. And I would say that in that scene where Victor is talking to Joel at the party, I think, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a way to phrase it. I think he's just saying to him, like, keep your hands out, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Have I sent you the
You've sent me every single meme about Will Smith that you have found.
Yeah, the Aladdin one is
The Aladdin one is the absolute best. Will, is there any TikToks of people doing deep water stuff with the Tracy Letts?
No, I've not seen that.
Somebody needs to make an EDM track of.
I've sent you like the airport ones, haven't I? What's she called again? Is Will Smith's wife?
Jada Pinkett Smith.
The collection for Jada Pinkett Smith, the terminal.
That's quite funny.
Is there a gift?
That's very funny. That is good. That is funny. Melinda Dillon, Victor Vaca. Melinda Dillon's the actress who was in Magnolia and the original Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Victor Van Allen and Melinda Van Allen. Also, I find it weird that they've kept all these 50s names. I find that because this is the thing, it's very 50s.
Yeah, right. As soon as she said set in the 50s, it makes sense. I think
Yeah.
kept it in the 50s.
Yes. I think, that's what I was going to say with the 2022 thing. I think like Ana de Armas is just so good in this and so sexy and so fun that they just don't want to end it with this strong sexual woman just being strangled to death. Yeah. I think that's not a fun choice. I think that's a good choice that they've changed. But overall, yeah, because let's talk more about Ana de Armas because she is just.
Oh, she's exceptional.
She's genuinely good. I think Ben Affleck at times is really quite bad, unfortunately. But I think Ana de Armas is excellent. I think this is like Basic Instinct, where Basic Instinct, I think Basic Instinct's a better film than this, but like Basic Instinct is quite funny and quite outrageous and over the top and all those things. But at the heart of it, Sharon Stone is genuinely giving a performance for the ages. I mean, I also love Michael Douglas, but Sharon Stone as Catherine Trammell is an all-time performance. And I think that's the same here. I think every single note she plays is perfect. Yeah. I think she plays the sexiness so great. I think she plays the cunning word game so well. I think she plays the screaming mania of finding Jacob Elordi death. I think that's a genuinely really good, you're not even trying. I think that's a really good actual acting moment.
Are you excited for a Marilyn?
Will. I cannot wait. You know, it's directed by a guy I like, Andrew Dominic, who directed. Did you ever see The Assassination of Jesse James by the Coward Robert Ford?
No, that was meant to be really good.
It's excellent. It's directed by that guy, and he also directed Killing Them Softly, a great movie. It's got a great director. You know, Adrian Brody's playing Arthur Miller.
Is he?
And do you know
Ooh.
Bobby Cannavale is playing Joe DiMaggio? You do know who Bobby Cannavale is. He's you do. I knew that was your nod of who I'm gonna give you something here, and you're gonna say some bullshit. I think if I'm remembering rightly, he's one of the corrupt guys in Paul Blart Mall Cop, and that's where you're gonna know him from.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, I watched Grown Ups and
Yes, he's Commander James Kent in Paul Blart Mall Cop. Do you remember? Do you know him now? But he's excellent. Go on, Will. Sorry, I just talked over you. What did you say? He's Tony in Chef.
Oh, the who's Tony and Chef? The reviewer.
I don't know.
The reviewer. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't seen Chef, Will.
I don't know.
He was also in The Irishman. He's great. Bobby Cannavale is great, and he's going to be in. He's going to be, thank God, in. You know who Bobby Cannavale power couple is? Him and Rose Byrne.
Oh,
I know, good
who's
couple. That? You do know who Rose Byrne is. Rose Byrne is the woman from Bad Neighbours and Bridesmaids. She's great, yeah. Dundee? No, Dundee. Yeah, Dundee, like Crocodile Dundee. It's nothing like Crocodile Dundee.
It's great.
And also, I mean, that is genuinely.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
You want to talk about Best Supporting Actress? The fact that they gave it.
Internship.
Oh, of course she is. Of course she is. Whose love interest is she for that? Vince or Owen?
Owen Wilson.
Oh, God, punching there, Owen. Let's talk about Deepwater. Tangent. Who do you want to see in an erotic thriller? Doesn't have to be a real couple. Can just be two random actors. I like Bobby
Clemens.
Wow. Okay, here we go. That'd be an interesting casting. Jesse Plemons as Victor.
Yeah, no, that would work out.
But that's going down the lines of the casting Tracy Lights, casting like somebody who isn't like a Ben Affleck type. I do want Bobby Cannavale and Rose Byrne. That would be great. I want Michael Douglas to do one more
Douglas.
before he dies. I want Michael Douglas. What if Michael and Catherine do one?
Ooh.
Well, I'll re-listen to the quizzes as they came out, and the best joke you've ever made is when we're listing Catherine Zeta-Jones movies, and Sam says, "What's the one where she's having sex with the old man?" And you said, "That's just her real life."
Well, that's very good.
That was very good. It reminds me of the Norm Macdonald joke. We're being filthy. This is a filthy episode because it's a filthy movie. But it reminds me of the Norm Macdonald joke where he goes, Catherine Zeta-Jones has said today that she's bipolar. Half the time she's really happy, and the other half of the time she has to suck an old man's cock. Rest in peace, Norm. Deepwater. What else is there to say? Oh, I've got loads of things. I've got so many notes. You have no idea. Will, I can tell you the first time I told you about Deepwater. It was when we were doing Peep Show episodes, because I was looking at Rachel Blanchard going, why isn't she in more things? And I said, oh my God, she's going to be in Deepwater. And I told you about Deepwater then. Did you? Rachel Blanchard's the blonde woman.
What, in Peep Show?
Yeah. She's the taboo. She's the taboo lady. She's the American lady.
Oh.
And she was in this. She was the guy, the girl. She was the woman who pulls up to him at the school and is like, "You were killing people and you didn't want me to help you." That's Rachel Blanchard.
How did I not realise?
Because I said that we were looking at Peep Show and I was like, why isn't Rachel Blanchard in more things?
Yeah.
There you go.
It's Nancy.
It's not Nancy. That was it. Nancy. Tom's weirdly specific favourite part of the film. I actually like the opening and the way that it's twisted, and that's also the ending. But it has the annoying thing, and I know that you'll find this annoying as well, where it lies to us, because when we see the opening, she doesn't say, "I saw Tony." I don't think you even need the line, "I saw Tony."
Oh.
Because we then immediately cut to her burning the IDs, and it's like, oh.
I
okay,
saw
she
Tony.
knows.
Does she mean when they went for the picnic?
Yes, I think. Because if she was
That's
talking
why
about
she sent.
Yeah, because if she was talking about the IDs, then she'd say, "I found the IDs." Is this Ana de Armas's best performance so far, or is it still Knives Out? Or is it No Time to Die?
Oh, she was my favorite part of No Time to Die.
Yeah, which she was famously nominated for the Thomas Carruthers Best Supporting Actress Award. What were the other nominees? Ana de Armas for No Time to Die, Olivia Williams for The Father, Ariana DeBose for West Side Story, and Polly Draper for Shiver Baby. And our winner was Harriet Sansom Harris from Licorice Pizza, The Agent. You're a goddamn fucking fighter.
Yeah.
And a very Jewish nose. Excellent. Would you do nudity? Absolute knockout. What was your favorite part of Licorice Pizza One? Because you're not invited on the episode.
It's Bradley Cooper.
You're not invited on the episode because I didn't like how negative you were.
Really?
I said to you, emergency podcast, I get to talk about Licorice Pizza with somebody, and you were like, probably not a podcast. I liked the Bradley Cooper bit. You're not invited. So when we do Licorice Pizza, which we will, because it was the film of the year, you're not invited. Okay? You understand that? Well, do you remember
Coda sweep?
Fuck off! Don't you dare! Well, do you remember my my 5 nominees for best film in my Academy Awards nominations and winners?
I didn't read them.
You didn't even read them.
I'm guessing you definitely what's she called that you like? Who's in Moulin Rouge?
Nicole.
I bet you nominated her.
No, I didn't. I didn't much care.
Not?
Me and Ricardo's got lots of nominations. No, my 5 nominations. This is the problem. Amy Adams for what?
Ana de Armas.
Oh, Ana de Armas. No, that's next year. But no, my 5 nominations were Alana Haim for Licorice Pizza, Carrie Coon for The Nest, which won, Kristen Stewart for Spencer. Lots of controversy because I counted The Father because technically it was released in the UK. So I put Olivia Colman for The Father and Rachel Sennett for Shiver Baby. They were my 5 nominees for Best Actress. I thought you would have read those. That's the sort of bullshit that me and you love to do. I thought you would have read those. But no, you lied to me.
I was too busy looking at memes. Keep my wife's name. Ouch.
Well,
great.
I released my nominations and winners in January. I love the first time we meet Anna. Oh no, that's a lie. The first time we meet Anna chronologically, holding a glass of wine, getting ready for a party, screaming at her child, "Alexa, don't play that shit ever again."
Did your Alexa go off?
I didn't have it. I don't have an Alexa.
Mine went off.
Did it go off then? I know your earphones are in. Your earphones are in. Anna undoing her hair to play the piano.
Yes.
And then I like how I don't like this, but the first keys she plays, dun, 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 it sounds like she's going to start playing City of Stars.
Yeah, that's exactly what yeah.
But then she starts playing Chi-Boom, Chi-Boom. I loved Joel Dash, the jock, saying, "Thank you for your abundant hospitality." I don't believe you. Then don't. I love little moments like us seeing actual love between them when she feeds him a bit of the apple. That's nice. Ben's smile after dropping off the kid. I think that's all very nice. I love all this. All this stuff with the kid is wonderful. then what else? The teeth brushing argument because you're a fucking snake.
And spitting all over him.
But I think that's really
Ruined a
funny and
perfectly
real.
good shirt.
Yes, but it's really funny and real. I liked that. That's the sort of thing. See, this is the thing. This movie, I think this is the thing for Adrian Lyne, because like Fatal Attraction obviously has the sink sex, and like Michael Douglas is stumbling over his trousers, and like there's all this dirty water, and it's like, okay, this is sexy, but this is like real. I think Adrian Lyne has a thing about putting on real sex on screen that he finds like an artistic thing, rather that which he throws away for Indecent Proposal when they have sex on the money. But like there's a dirtiness and a realness to the Fatal Attraction fucking, and there is here too, like her picking the pube out of her mouth, like the like the spitting out of the toothpaste. I think that's a nice, real, fun thing. Talking to his kid, only using full names. Who's that? That's Joel Dash. He's a friend, like Martin McRae. I find that very funny. This kid is insanely good. I love the kid's hating face of Joel. Yeah. I love the pube on the tongue. I love You Kiss My Ass. I love the wedding ring on the side of the sink.
Yeah.
I love throwing Jacob Elordi's flowers in the bin. This is a real specific favorite part. Ben putting the magazine on the table and it just slowly falling off and him just not even bothering to pick it back up. I love the stairs hand gesture gift that I sent you. You know, you'd be so fucking bad, you'd kill yourself. Love it. I love the CPI. You're not even trying, as I talked about. I loved pouring the kid a glass of white wine. That was one of the first things I told him. What are you doing? We're celebrating. Very funny. How's Kelly? I love Let's tripping over when he runs away. I love Let's opening his car 5 times and it's still not opening. I love the kid. You haven't seen The Lost Daughter, Will, have you, with Olivia Colman?
No.
It's not a spoiler, but near the end of that, she pushes her suitcase like angrily down the stairs, and it's literally what the kid does in this movie. I love the kid pushing the suitcase into the pool. We're not going. What did you think of that? Why is she doing that? Is she like, you're too sexually frivolous?
No, she as any child, she just wants her family to be normal.
Yeah. I have a couple of best lines here. Well, no, I have lots. Do you have any best lines before I start sweeping? Because I know that you forgot to take notes. Will's frozen. Here's a couple. If you were married to anybody else, you'd be so fucking bored you'd kill yourself. Oh, say that again. Will's still frozen. If you think I killed Charlie, aren't you frightened of me? No. Why not? Because I'm the thing you killed for. Will's gone for the moment. Oh, Will's back now. Will, your favourite lines?
My favourite line we've done there. So the one he says, "Do you feel threatened?" I like that one. I like I went to get a cookie.
Yeah.
So, Javier Bardem would be a good.
Oh, erotic thriller.
Yeah.
Oh, we got it with Skyfall.
Yeah, we did.
Mummy was very bad. What about Javier Bardem and Judi Dench?
Each other?
Did you watch Ratchet, Will?
No.
That has the most erotic, like just fumbled. They're eating oysters, Cynthia Nixon and Sarah Paulson. And Sarah Paulson's like, I like how you can eat it whilst it's still alive. And it's just like this erotic thing. But they're eating oysters, which are disgusting. Yeah. I know they're an aphrodisiac and I love them, but I've never been like, sexy. What's a sexy food to eat, Will?
I think apples can be sometimes.
Apples can be very sexy. Yeah. I don't like how mushy the apple she's eating in this is.
I like, if I was to sexually eat an apple, I would do it like this. So I would get an already sliced apple and I'd be like,
I love apples. Was that a McDonald's breakfast you've been eating? Is that a McDonald's breakfast you're eating?
No, I'm not. I'm eating healthy.
Oh, but I
These
thought.
are meal deal snack. Sainsbury's.
Yes, I thought that yeah. I love apples. You know what? I love fruit, but you know what?
I
Fruit.
also love Chinese, McDonald's.
Yeah. I love fruit,
those.
but fruit sucks because like it's never, it's never like I need my apple to literally be hard, like rock hard the whole way around. If there is a lick of mush,
no,
I cannot eat it.
What's
So
your favorite apple? Pink Lady.
Pink Lady, you're goddamn right. Yeah, I
Or
literally.
Royal Gala. Sometimes.
I like Royal Gala, but I like it needs to be red and it needs to be hard, preferably from a fridge. Do you like how much I'm saying it needs to be hard? Will?
It needs to be red and it needs to be
hard. It needs to be a red Pink Lady and it needs to be hard. It needs to be a Granny Smith and it needs to be hard. Anyway, other best lines. Oh, Venmo, I'll do that. Melinda, you're naked. The babysitter's standing right there. Oh, America's so suffocating. Sorry about my wife. She's from another culture. I enjoy that a lot. I love talking to Don. This is a single minute. Talking to Don on the porch. And, oh, what do you do? What do you write about? I write about me, mostly. And then Ben Affleck, you write about you? And then, yeah, he's a writer, a young guy who writes noir fiction. I think it's interesting. I think it's got a fresh tone. Does Tracy Letts know how ridiculous he is in this movie?
No.
No, I don't think there's any self-awareness at all. I think it's wonderful. Drone warfare, that's kind of a moral gray area, right? I love it. Anytime I grimaced or chuckled at a line, I wrote it down. At a certain point, you do think, well, I could fuck this person. When he's talking, that's it. When he's talking in the car, and it's Ben, and she's like, "Oh, would you fuck Kelly?" And the way he describes thinking, "Yeah, I could fuck her," is at a certain point, you do think, well, I could fuck this person. Love it. What do you want to know? What I was, what I did? Do you want to know if I'm fucking him? Ask me. You want to know if he makes me come or how I make him come? He left a bruise. You want to see it?
Yeah, that was very. I felt I didn't know where to look when she was saying that.
What were the options? I always think of, this is weird. Do you remember film like 2012 and film like whatever year with Claudia Winkleman and Danny Lee?
Yeah.
So he did this thing, and I don't know why this sticks in my mind so clearly, where he was watching Blade Runner, but he had these things on that were registering literally where his eyes were going. And he was like, I've seen Blade Runner 100 times, but I've never seen it like this. And all I could think was, what about the sex scenes? and that's literally all I think is like, what if I watch Deep Water with these eyes on next to my girlfriend or whatever? And I'm just going, I'm just looking at the banister. I'm not looking at Ana de Armas with her legs spread in this sexy pose, saying this outrageously sexy monologue. Oh, I'm looking at the banister. And that's all I could think of. And I don't know why that image sticks in my head. Danny Lee watching Blade Runner, not Ana de Armas. Do you think my wife has schizophrenic tendencies? He's a professional. I just thought I'd ask.
Oh, yeah. Maybe couples therapy.
Yeah.
He definitely is a private investigator, isn't he?
Yes, Will, I've wrote this down. He is the most private detective-looking guy of all time. I just love that there's no question that he is not another boyfriend, and that he is literally, that he's dressed like a private detective. He acts like a private detective. His name is David Rigigliani.
I think he could have had more fun with him, though. I would have happily watched that scene go on.
I could have watched any... Well, if you could watch a 10-minute version of any scene in this, what would it be?
It would be the lobster bisque.
Lobster bisque is pretty excellent. And
I think it would be a very good TV series, this. Because then it would be 10 hours long.
Yeah. No, I don't think this. I don't think this. Will, this is all I've wanted for years. What do I say about most television series?
That they'd work better as a 2-hour film.
It's a tight 2-hour film. This could not last. I can very easily see this as a 10-episode Netflix thing. You're right. But I am so glad that it's a 2-hour film. It can't even keep the momentum of the second hour, Will. I love when he goes and interrupts Don's dinner. God damn it, who left the fucking gate open? And I also love, we just started chatting on Facebook. And a quote, Will, if you want to do, Will did this lovely painting for me of Marlon Brando as Vito Corleone. I have another idea for a painting, Will. I want Tracy Letts in his car going off a cliff, and I want underneath it the line, what are you doing with that stick? Nothing. Okay, best single minute, Will. Any nominations? We've hit most of them.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely the chase.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think any minute where Ben Affleck is just riding his bike.
Riding his bike so often in this. I also have here a conversation with the blonde jock, drunk, coming home drunk from the party.
And he just sat there.
Yeah, here's a good one. Moisturizing and talking about the jock. She's naked and Ana de Armas is one of the most attractive women in Hollywood right now. And she is naked and she is right there. And all I can think of is, I'm going to moisturize your leg. It's just such a weird. And this is like in the first 10 minutes of the movie. And you're going, what am I watching? This is brilliant. And then she's talking, he turns me on. He makes me feel good. He turns me on. Brilliant stuff. You make me feel like dancing in the car. Interrupting Don and Kelly's dinner. What the fuck are you doing, Don? Goldie, leave. I thought I told you to leave, Goldie. Yeah, fucking Goldie, you were told to leave. Cook up some snail scene. Well, let's talk about this.
Let's talk about what are the snails for? What
I thought anything.
What they all the way through. There's something to do with these snails. These snails are up to something.
The snails will help him get rid of the body.
They eat the bodies alive. There's no evidence.
I've created some snails to eat your body alive. I'm going to start with a pot of time. Your feet. You're so many rows of teeth.
Is what's he called? Ansel
Elgort.
No, Vernon
K.
Mason
Verger. Yes.
I got close. Mason Verger. He's now a cannibal, isn't he?
No.
No.
He was high on LSD and anal nitrates, and he was like, perhaps you cut off your face. And I started feeding it to the dogs and eating it. Seemed like a good idea at the time. And no, he's not a cannibal. He just wants he wants him to be in the most incredible pain. Because his original plan, remember, is to feed him over the course of days, is to literally lower him and have them eat his feet and then keep him alive for another day. What a man. Moisturizing and talking about and then the picnic wank. This was the trailer. And I was like, oh my God, this movie is gonna be everything I have dreamed it would be. And then we didn't really talk about the snail scene. A dozen or so will do. No, they're not for eating. What are they for then? They're not for anything.
And then pets, are they?
Yeah. You have to drain them. What does he say? They have to be dead. You have to drain them.
For 48 hours.
Yeah.
Poison you.
Starve them, that's it. You have to starve them.
Yes.
Or else they're poisonous. We'll kill the person. And he's just like, okay. Oh. Okay, what's the change? I've got here the creepy kids at the party wearing those big bags over their heads. That's bizarre. What does Don have to say to Chief Nichols privately about at that party? It's like, I would also like to speak to Chief Nichols privately, please. What's he going to say? I've been writing a novel.
Yeah.
Do you want a couple of 100 pages? That's fine. I can
read my novel.
Yeah, I can give you a couple of 100 pages. Melinda going home with Vic after the drowning. She's screaming at him, "You killed him! He should be down. He should be down at the bottom of that fucking pool." And then she just goes over with him.
Yeah.
And then it gets a lot slower and worse after Elodie's death. And also,
Do you like that when they drop him on the side of the pool?
That was hilarious. So is he doing that intentionally to definitely kill him and to definitely have everybody see that? Because it doesn't
that's
look.
What killed him.
That's what killed him. Because he doesn't
tried to save him because he could have been saved, and then
because it doesn't look like that's all Victor's doing. The drop. Is that just like a lucky twist of fate?
I think it was lucky.
Yeah. What's the change, Will? Tell me your changes if you have any, or is it a perfect film?
I think it's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it's fair to say this hasn't received any other nominations in the Thomas Carruthers rankings other than Best Actress. Is
it a better screenplay than Belfast?
You're doing this on purpose now, Will. You're just doing this on purpose. Yes, it is. I would actually genuinely say it is a better.
Imagine PTA losing to Kenneth Branagh for writing.
I'm just doing this on purpose, Will. You're just doing this on purpose. It's unbelievable. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, Will.
Has Kenneth Branagh won Oscars before? Of course he has.
No, I don't think he has.
Is that his first Oscar?
Yeah, it should be. Kenneth Branagh. Oh, no, I tell a lie. He won Best Director for Murder on the Orient Express.
Did he actually?
No.
No.
Will. Okay, here are his nominations. He was nominated for Best Director for Henry V. He was nominated for Best Actor for Henry V. He was nominated for Best Writing, Screenplay based on material previously produced, for Hamlet. How is that a nomination somebody can get? What is that nomination? I say this all the time. Like, we talked about this with the, I can't remember. We haven't known Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. But like, technically, Streetcar Named Desire should have won Best Adapted Screenplay, because like, what are you nominating? Whole adaptations, or are you giving it like? Because technically, yeah, Hamlet should have won. Then Hamlet's one of the greatest pieces of writing ever.
Yeah.
So technically, Hamlet should have won, no matter what the nominations were. And he was also nominated for playing Olivier in for Best Supporting Actor in a Supporting Role for My Week with Marilyn.
Oh.
Do you remember My Week with Marilyn? Will?
I do. I want to say 8.
You want to say 8? Oh, you were 8.
I think it came out in 2008. I'm gonna guess.
I've just lost it, but I'll get it for you.
Thank you.
2011. He was knighted in 2000, and anyway, we don't need to do a goddamn Kenneth Branagh rundown. Tom's big questions. It is a better ending, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who's her sexiest boyfriend?
The pianist.
Yeah, Jacob Elordi is an incredibly attractive man.
Jacob, yeah.
But also, I think this is the worst Jacob Elordi's ever looked.
Really? Jacob Elordi.
Jacob Bill Oddie. Imagine Bill Oddie's gone ape shit. Is Ben miscast?
Knowing Emmy, knowing
Is Ben miscast?
No, I think it's perfect casting.
Is the period update a plot problem? Yes. Why don't we get a scene with him fucking Kelly? Why doesn't he fuck Kelly?
Because then she wins.
What? This isn't
if
John
he's
Doe
being
in 7.
faithful, if he's being faithful the entire time.
Ana de Armas has the upper hand. Ana de Armas has the upper hand. I went for a souvenir. Kelly Wilson. It's pretty head. Should their sex be good? Because their sex looks pretty hot and passionate and good.
Looks great.
Yeah, it looks great. Their head looks good. Thumbs up, Ben. But should it be good?
Kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass. But should it look good? Should it be good? I guess it adds an interesting other layer of like, oh wait, their sex is
I don't know
good.
if it should be good, but I think it should come out of passion or desperation because he clearly doesn't get it a lot, and so
Well, the only time we have
bad.
seen, the only time we
Yeah.
see them fuck is after the bite blowjob, and it's her proving herself, isn't it? You're never going to get anybody better than me. You're never going to get anybody better than me. What about just before Ana de Armas runs at the window and screams after finding Jacob Elordi? His friend says, maybe next time if you get an itch, you should ask me. Scream. Why isn't that further developed?
I don't know. I just realised that I think the reason why he says, "Oh, I want to speak to you in private," is because he saw him in the pool with him. He's at the balcony.
Oh,
isn't he?
yeah, he is
Looking
at the
out, he's
balcony.
like- and then he walks over here.
And he gets out his notepad and goes, Chapter 2. What would the name of Don Wilson's books be? I know I said the Don Wilson Chronicles. I don't think that would be far off. Also, you know what? This is typical like me and you stuff. I love how rich they all are and all these summer parties, and they're all just having a great time.
Like that one day.
I know. It all just looks absolutely marvelous.
Well, when I become an architect and you become a failing actor, I'll invite you to one.
It's so true. Yeah, this is my alcoholic friend from high school, Tom. Hi guys. Yeah, have you done much acting? Little, yeah. Did some last week. Yeah. Oh, that's great. It's going to be so true, isn't it? Oh, Will, they're eating that apple. That was so sexy. Oh my God, Will, so sexy. Such a sexy man eating that apple. Other bits that we haven't touched on. We've talked about the book. Alternate ending. We've talked about the book. Best favorite building / set, Will, in honor of Will Leggetter.
I really like the plot of land that he takes him to. I got a great plot.
The quarry.
As a joke, it was a joke.
No. Right, okay.
I think my favorite set piece.
Who's their favorite house? They're all lovely.
They are. I do like their house because it's.
They all have
down.
pools as well, don't they?
They do. I love a pool. I know you like to swim.
I love swimming so much. I am at my most happy when I'm in the ocean. This is Don. I am Don Draper in so many ways, apart from the ones that actually matter.
All right, but it's cold, salty, and you always stand on a fish.
I mean, those things. Some of those.
If you're in a pool, it's nice, and you've got your Lilo. And yeah,
I guess I'm a man of the nature, Will, and you are just a fool. I don't know what that sentence was going to end.
Fool in a pool.
Fool in a pool. Will, have I ever shown you me recording the poem "Cool by the Pool"? I won a poetry competition.
You actually?
Yeah, I'm going to read you this poem. I won a Roald Dahl book of poetry or something. Cool in the Pool poem. An original poem. Oh no, it's not. Where is it? Cool by the Pool. I think it's Cool by the Pool. I look cool by the pool. Anyway, I can't find it. Oh, this is so annoying. Anyway,
do you have handwriting competitions?
No, and if I did, I never won, did I?
You only ever write in capitals.
This is true. I am the worst writer in the world. Anyway, the poem was, and I'm saying it in this broad Yorkshire child's accent. I look so cool in my trunks. I walk by the pool. I look really slim. There's just one problem. I can't swim. That was the ending. Best trivia, a few fun facts. There's not many, obviously. According to a snail wrangler, he was impressed by Ben Affleck's ability to accurately handle and examine them. What else is there? Is that the only facts I had? That was the only facts I had.
Really?
And good tagline, the love story is never the whole story.
Oh, it's a good one, that.
That was good. This was an emergency podcast, Will. Any final thoughts on Deep Water? Will you be watching it? Have you watched this with people? Did you watch it with your current partner?
I did. And then I recommended it to my family. It's the sort of thing my dad would love. And I said, you've got to watch this. And they watched it the next day and they messaged me out there. It was incredible. It was amazing.
That's brilliant. Will, I want you to get up right now the messages that your family sent you. What did your partner think of this?
Sleep.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
She fell asleep just before all the murders happened.
Okay, so she just thought it was this
film.
Yeah, what an erotic thriller. You make me feel like talking. Dance the night away. Have you got them, Will?
I have.
Here we go.
Ben Affleck, very good, very funny. That was the Ben Affleck review.
Okay, yep.
Ana de Armas, very good. Very good story. Yeah, that's it.
That's not it. Say what it says. What does it say, Will?
And then that was it.
That's definitely not it. Will's going to tell me after the recording. Will, any final thoughts about Deep Water?
Why is it called Deep Water? I guess because
he drowns them. He drowns them in deep water, Will.
Yeah.
And the suitcase falls to the bottom of the deep water.
Everyone he kills, he drowns.
And the snails are in deep water.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I
bet he's in a bit of deep water.
He's in deep water.
Hey.
There you go. That's about it, really, isn't it?
I didn't like the when the little girl was in the bath, and there was the diver, and she was like, "Did you drown him?" And the little toy diver's just going, boom.
Yeah. What did you think of? Everybody at school's asking me how you did it.
And he's like, it's our little secret.
It's our little
secret.
secret.
He just gives in. He's like,
he pours her another glass of white wine. Here you go. I think that could have kept going. That is the sort of thing. Did you watch The Woman in the House by the Window Across the Street? The parody with Kristen Bell. That was quite funny, but could have been so much funnier. And it was like, oh, we should have written it. Anyway, that's another matter. Deep Water, Will. Emergency podcast. Done.
Dabba 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 da da ba 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 ba.